Hello, my amazing friends. Nice to meet you all. Today, I am going to tell you the incredible story of my favorite artist, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is not just a singer, she is a global icon. Children, adults, old men, women, everyone is insane for her. She has created a legacy that will live on forever. Her Eras Tour is proof of that. Today, I am going to tell you everything about her life, how she became the richest, the most popular, and the most successful artist in the world. She has won countless awards, broken records, and inspired millions. This story will improve your English, teach you new words, and inspire you to never give up on your dreams. So get ready, because this is the most powerful, inspiring, and unforgettable story of Taylor Swift. Many years ago, in a small town in West Reading, Pennsylvania, a little girl was born. Her name was Taylor Allison Swift. She was born on December 13th, 1989. Taylor was not an ordinary child. She had a dream, to become a singer and songwriter. Her family lived on a Christmas tree farm, and she spent her childhood playing around the trees, dreaming of becoming famous one day. When she was very young, her parents, Scott and Andrea Swift, noticed that she was different. While other kids were playing with toys, Taylor was writing poems, singing songs, and making up stories in her little notebook. She was deeply inspired by Shania Twain, a famous country singer. Taylor would sing along to Shania's songs, imagining herself on a big stage with thousands of people cheering for her. Her parents believed in her talent. When she was 9 years old, they enrolled her in singing and acting lessons. Soon, she started performing at local events, fairs, and talent shows. But there was a problem. Taylor didn't want to just sing other people's songs. She wanted to write her own songs. When Taylor was 11 years old, she traveled with her mom to Nashville, Tennessee, the heart of country music. She went from studio to studio, handing out demo CDs of her singing. She hoped that a record label would sign her, but everyone rejected her. They told her, "You are too young. You don't have what it takes. Come back when you're older." Can you imagine? A little girl with big dreams, facing rejection again and again. Most kids would give up, but not Taylor. Instead of crying, she worked even harder. She learned to play the guitar when she was just 12 years old. She spent hours every day writing songs, practicing chords, and improving her voice. She was determined to prove everyone wrong. And then, something magical happened. One day, when she was 14 years old, Taylor performed at a cafe in Nashville. A man named Scott Borchetta saw her and was amazed by her talent. Scott was starting a new record label called Big Machine Records. He believed in Taylor and signed her as his first artist. Can you believe that? From being rejected by all the big record labels to becoming the first artist of a brand new label, Taylor was finally getting her chance. She worked day and night to record her first album, and in 2006, at just 16 years old, she released her debut album, Taylor Swift. Her song Tim McGraw became a hit, and suddenly, the little girl from a Christmas tree farm was on TV, radio, and magazine covers. People started noticing her unique songwriting style. Unlike other singers, Taylor didn't just sing love songs. She wrote about real life, emotions, heartbreak, dreams, and struggles. Her music was personal, deep, and relatable. And this was just the beginning. Taylor Swift had her first hit, but she was just getting started. She didn't want to be a one-hit wonder. She wanted to be the biggest artist in the world. But success never comes easy. Taylor had to face jealousy, hate, betrayal, and heartbreaks. She had to fight for her place in the music industry, and she did, with her music, her talent, and her unstoppable spirit. After her debut album, Taylor was ready for something even bigger. In 2008, she released her second album, Fearless. And guess what? It was a massive success. Love Story became one of the most famous love songs in history. You Belong With Me was a global hit. Every teenager could relate to her songs. They weren't just about love. They were about dreams, struggles, heartbreaks, and standing up for yourself. And then, something unbelievable happened. In 2009, Taylor Swift won the award for Best Female Video at the MTV Video Music Awards, VMAs, for her song, You Belong With Me. She was so happy. She walked on stage in her beautiful silver dress, holding her award, ready to give her speech. But suddenly, Kanye West jumped on stage, grabbed the microphone, and said, "Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyoncé had one of the best videos of all time." Can you believe it? Taylor was shocked. She just stood there holding her trophy, completely embarrassed in front of millions of people. The audience booed Kanye, and Taylor left the stage in tears. But you know what? She didn't let it break her. Later that night, when Beyoncé won her own award, she called Taylor back on stage and let her finish her speech. This moment became one of the most talked about moments in music history. And instead of fighting back, Taylor did what she always does. She turned pain into music. She wrote songs about betrayal, fame, and standing up for yourself. She knew that people were watching. She knew that she had to prove herself again, and she did. By 2010, Taylor Swift was no longer just a country singer. Her third album, Speak Now, was a huge success. She wrote the entire album by herself, proving that she was not just a singer, but a true songwriter. Back to December, about a past relationship. Mean, about the critics who doubted her. Enchanted, about a magical moment. And then, in 2012, she did something no one expected. She changed her sound completely. Her album, Red mixed country and pop with songs like We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, I Knew You Were Trouble, 22. And of course her signature look, red lipstick, eyeliner, beautiful dresses, became iconic. Taylor was no longer just a country girl. She was becoming a global pop star. But with fame came more challenges, more hate, and more heartbreak. Taylor Swift was at the top of her game. She had won Grammys, Billboard Awards, and was one of the highest-paid artists in the world. But then, her world turned upside down. Her public breakup with Calvin Harris. Her secret relationship with Tom Hiddleston. The biggest betrayal of all, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. In his song, Kanye West claimed that he was responsible for Taylor Swift's fame. This caused a major controversy as Taylor denied ever approving the lyrics. Taylor was shocked and angry. She never approved of those lyrics. But then Kim Kardashian posted a video on Snapchat, showing a recording of Taylor supposedly approving the lyrics. People called Taylor a liar, fake, and a snake. For the first time in her life, Taylor disappeared. She stopped posting on social media. She didn't release any music. She didn't do interviews. Everyone thought her career was over. But Taylor was not finished. Instead, she was planning the greatest comeback in music history. In 2017, after a year of silence, Taylor Swift returned, stronger than ever. She deleted everything from her social media and posted just one thing, a video of a snake. Her album, Reputation, was a message to the world. I don't care what you think about me. You can't break me. I will rise again. She was no longer the innocent country girl singing about teardrops on a guitar. She embraced the villain image people had given her. She dyed her hair platinum blonde. She wore bold red lipstick, dramatic eyeliner, and black outfits that screamed power. The old Taylor, as she famously said, was dead. And with that, she dropped one of the most iconic albums of her career, featuring songs like Look What You Made Me Do and Ready for It. Were not just music, they were statements. She was telling the world, you tried to break me, but I'm still standing. But the real power move? Her Reputation Stadium tour broke records, becoming the highest-grossing tour of 2018, earning over $345 million. Every show was a massive spectacle, with Taylor commanding the stage in black leather, knee-high boots, and dazzling outfits that made her look like a queen of the night. Years later, when Taylor announced her Eras Tour, no one expected it to become the biggest tour in history. It wasn't just a concert. It was a cultural phenomenon. The tour has already earned over $1.5 billion, making it the highest-grossing tour of all time. People traveled across the world to see her perform, some paying thousands of dollars just to witness her magic live. Fans of all ages, children, teenagers, adults, even grandparents, showed up in glittering outfits, recreating looks from her different eras. The energy at every concert was electric. When Taylor sang All Too Well, 10-minute version, fans cried. When she performed Shake It Off, the entire stadium danced like they didn't have a care in the world. And in true Taylor Swift fashion, she didn't just sing, she told a story. Each era had its own unique set design, outfits, and performances, bringing her past and present together in a way no artist had ever done before. Taylor Swift's success is her revenge. Every time someone tried to bring her down, she rose higher. Every betrayal, every heartbreak, every cruel headline, it all became part of her story, fueling her to become the most powerful woman in the music industry. Even her concert ticket prices proved her dominance. The cost to book Taylor Swift for a private event? Reportedly between $1 to $3 million. That's how valuable her presence is. And let's not forget the Grammy Awards. Taylor isn't just winning, she's making history. With 14 Grammys and counting, she's officially the most awarded female artist in Grammy history. Taylor Swift wasn't just proving her worth. She was reshaping the entire music industry. After years of fighting for artists' rights, she made history in another way. She re-recorded her own albums. Imagine this. You write the songs, you pour your heart and soul into your music, and then someone else owns it. That's what happened to Taylor when her former record label, Big Machine Records, sold the rights to her first 6 albums without her permission. She was furious, but instead of giving up, she found a genius solution. She decided to re-record her old albums and release them as Taylor's version. This move wasn't just about money. It was about power. It was about showing the world that no one could control her music except her. And the world listened. Her fans refused to stream the original versions and waited for Taylor's version to drop. Each re-recorded album topped the charts, breaking records again. Her biggest win? When 1989, Taylor's version, and Speak Now, Taylor's version, outsold the originals. She had successfully taken back what was hers. Taylor's love life has always been a topic of discussion. and she never hides from it. Her songs aren't just about breakups. They are stories that make people feel deeply. Fans cry, scream, and sometimes even change their lives because of the emotions her music brings out. Her song, All Too Well, is considered one of the greatest heartbreak songs ever written. The lyrics are so detailed, so painful, that people weep when they hear it. But it's not just about exes. Taylor has also written beautiful love songs, from Lover, about her long-term relationship with Joe Alwyn, to You Belong With Me, the ultimate teenage love anthem. And now, she's in a high-profile romance with NFL star Travis Kelce, proving once again that she's a queen who rules both the music world and pop culture. Remember the Kanye West drama? Well, years later, Taylor got the ultimate revenge. At the 2016 Grammy Awards, she won Album of the Year and took the stage with a message. As the first woman to win Album of the Year twice, I want to say to all the young women out there, there will be people along the way who will try to undercut your success or take credit for your accomplishments. But if you focus on the work one day, when you get where you're going, you will look around and know that it was you and the people who love you who put you there. That wasn't just a speech. It was a moment in history. We've seen Taylor's struggles, her rise to fame, her battles, and her triumphs. But now, let's talk about something jaw-dropping: her wealth, her luxurious life, and how she became one of the richest artists in history. Yes, you read that right. Taylor Swift is a billionaire. With her record-breaking Eras Tour, massive album sales, and smart business moves, her net worth in 2025 is estimated to be over $1.6 billion. That's more than most Hollywood stars, sports legends, and even some tech CEOs. But what does she do with all this money? Let's take a look at her luxurious lifestyle. Taylor isn't just a songwriter, she's a real estate mogul. She owns multiple mansions across the U.S., including a $50 million penthouse in New York City where she throws legendary parties, a massive estate in Rhode Island known for her famous 4th of July parties, a stunning mansion in Beverly Hills, perfect for her Hollywood connections, a secluded house in Nashville, where she writes some of her most emotional songs. Altogether, her real estate empire is worth over $400 million. Believe it or not, one of Taylor's biggest flexes isn't a car or a private jet. It's her Scottish fold cat, Olivia Benson. This adorable cat is one of the richest pets in the world, with an estimated worth of $97 million. Yes, a cat. Olivia has been in Taylor's commercials, music videos, and even has a fan following of her own. Taylor doesn't fly commercial. She owns a Dassault Falcon 900 private jet, worth $40 million. This allows her to travel anywhere in the world on her own schedule. She's often seen flying between New York, Los Angeles, London, and even Argentina, where she recently performed a sold-out show. Remember that iconic bathtub scene in Look What You Made Me Do, where she was sitting in a tub full of diamonds? Those weren't fake. She actually used $10 million worth of real diamonds in the video. That's the level of extravagance we're talking about. Taylor's Eras Tour isn't just a concert, it's a global phenomenon. It has already made over $1.5 billion, making it the highest-grossing tour ever. Tickets were so expensive that people sold cars just to attend her show. Some fans even took flights to different countries to see her live. At every show, fans dress up, cry, scream, and sing every lyric. This isn't just a concert, it's a cultural movement. Taylor Swift isn't just a singer. She's a global icon, a billionaire, a businesswoman, and a legend. She has changed the music industry, inspired millions, and proved that hard work, talent, and passion can make you unstoppable. And guess what? She's still just getting started. This is Taylor Swift's world, and we're all just living in it. If Taylor Swift's journey teaches us anything, it's this: nothing is impossible. She started as a young girl with a dream, just like you. She faced rejection, criticism, and failures, but she never let them stop her. She kept going, even when the world tried to bring her down. And now, she's a billionaire, a record breaker, and a global icon. But what about you? What's stopping you? Fear? Doubt? People's opinions? Forget all of that. If you have a dream, protect it. If you have a passion, work for it. If you fail, stand up and try again. Because one day the world will know your name. One day people will look at you and say, "They made it," but that will only happen if you don't give up. So whatever your dream is, singing, writing, dancing, starting a business, becoming a doctor, an artist, or anything else, go for it. You are stronger than you think. You are braver than you believe, and you are capable of more than you imagine. The world is waiting for you. Now go and make it yours.